Hey, good morning. Pastor Chris here. Ooh, almost spilled my coffee. Welcome to the Poolside Chat. Hey, I said that last 2 weeks, I've been or last two sessions, I should say, about women, young women. Surveys have shown and studies that are leaving the church of all faith groups. But being a recovering Baptist, Southern Baptist, I'm going to speak from that perspective. So I guess the question is, because churches do say women can serve, but they can't lead men. Women can serve, but they can't take leadership positions. Women are told today that they are equal to men, which they are. They can do anything men can do, which they can. Well, but in the church we say, all except here. And women are noticing, so it's like, why would I come here when I can do anything outside of here that I want? Lead, make policy, set rules. So I looked this past week at women in the Bible, and it's funny when I did this, because the first person I thought of was Deborah. Deborah was one of the judges of Israel. God called her to lead Israel. God called her to speak words for him to the people of Israel, men, women, children. This is Deborah. Jael was also in this time period of the judges and kings. Jael had a king who was running away from defeat of an army, and she invited him into the tent, rest. When he fell asleep, being an enemy of God, an enemy of Israel, she took, as he slept, took a tent peg, hammer, bam, drove it through his head and killed him. That's kind of a strong woman. You have Priscilla and Aquila, which I love these people, because it is always said, even in Scripture, Priscilla, woman first, and Aquila, very unusual for this time period to lead off with a woman. Co-laborers of Paul, but one of the things that's pointed out in Priscilla and Aquila, Barnabas? Oh, don't double check me. I lost my thought. Pretty sure it's Barnabas, or Apollos, maybe it's Apollos. But a very educated man, a very well-educated man, co-laborer of Paul, who was a follower of John. So they took him aside and they explained Jesus to him. They taught it. They, being Priscilla and Aquila, taught him. That's New Testament. That's the good part we're supposed to listen to today. You have Lydia, seller of purple. Not much is known about Lydia, but she was a co-laborer of Paul. She was an evangelist. She certainly led men. You have, if you look at the end of Romans, it talks about, I thank this person, this person, this person, this person. And then some other books where Paul recognizes all his co-laborers and helpers. You have Eudokie and Syntyche, leaders of the church. You have Junia and her husband, Junia and Junius, who led a church in their house. So I say all this because the question of what, or not the question, but the impression, what women are being told today, that they can lead and establish policy and set parameters just like men, everywhere except the church. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. Maybe the church is wrong, maybe they're right, I don't know. But what I do want to do is give you information, good, solid information, the best I know. And in Scripture, God wrote this. We see this. And this does not even take into account the women church leaders that came and with the early church fathers and the early years of the spread of Christianity. So God uses women. to lead, to teach in the church. And I just want you to know that this did and does happen. But, always a but, there is another side to this story. And what I want to do Saturday is I'm going to talk about the other side of the story. How did God establish church? When he set down these rules and parameters, what is the role of women? But we can see that God viewed women as important, valuable, strong, and leaders like men. So, I gotta thank the women of the church. I gotta thank the women in my life, because you are strong leaders and examples to me and to all of us. And God emphasizes that fact. So, let me stop there. This is a short one today, but something to chew on, especially for my Southern Baptist brethren. Position statement came out that women cannot lead in church, take on leadership roles as pastor, deacon, elder. And where did this come from that caused this younger women leaving church? I'll give the other side of the story Saturday. In the meantime, keep the questions coming. Facebook, YouTube, Rumble at FL Compass Church, and now on Instagram, my little tease, at FL Compass Church. Be blessed, guys. See you Saturday.